Hello, hello, it's Kitty, proud to be your thought organizer, coming to you with my faithful sidekick. Looking like a little bit of a rag doll. There he is, Andy, coming to you on a dreary, foggy, rainy day in picturesque Atlantic Canada when you can see it. And hello, Sarah, look who I've got here, huh? Yeah, so who am I? I am Kitty Anders with Declutter the Brain, proud to be, again, your thought organizer. And what do? I help people to, you are getting heavy. We want to see if we can wait until Uncle Michael and Auntie Pam comes. What do? I help coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs to to clear their space and organize their thoughts so that they can focus on attracting and serving premium clients. Now, I do have over 20 years in helping people to gain control of their surroundings, and through that, I have developed my step-by-step one system, which is applicable to not only clearing your space, but I believe more importantly, clearing the other four pillars of your life, that being your health, your habits, your heart, and of course, your head. Hence, declutter the brain. Got it? Yeah. So, actually, just a quick question for you. How would it help you to take immediate action on your clutter? Would you focus better? Would you be more productive? Yes? All right. And are you ready to take immediate action? Yes? All right. Tell you what, you hold that thought and we will give you your next steps to take in about 10 minutes from now. Now, this week we are holding a very heavy kitty cat. Sorry, dear. Say goodbye to the nice people. Oh, oh my God. 12 pounds of fur. Ah, good heavens. And Auntie Sarah says hi. All right, so this week, today we have a lot to cover, it being the Friday synopsis. And this week we've been looking at the difference between clutterers, I should say collectors, clutterers, and hoarders. And just while I think of it, we do have in just less than an hour, we do have our Declutter the Brain Clear Your Clutter workshop. It's 1 hour long. It's bite-sized. We give you some decluttering tips. We give you 15 minutes off camera to jumpstart your momentum for the weekend. So come and join us, won't you? The link is down below. More on that in a few minutes. Now, this week, again, we are looking at the difference between collectors, clutterers, and hoarders. And I'm telling you, there is a serious fine line. There really is. I've seen it within clients past 4 years ago. I've seen it with all my clients, and even with myself. And it really can be a fine line. So we're going to look at this. There are no definitive judgment, for lack of a better word. There's nothing definitive here. We're just opening our eyes to the idea that there are serious differences, because many people say to me, "Oh, you help declutter people, like those hoarder shows on TV," and I strongly disagree with people who make fun of other people. All right, and yeah, there can be something else at work that you're not seeing. So I did have experience with in-person. Hello, Michael. I had Andy in my arms, but I couldn't hold on to him anymore. So if you want to see him, you just catch the replay. I had in-person experience in a hoarder's house, and I knew that nothing could be done. When the husband said, "She won't even let me throw out milk jugs," it was quite sad. But all of these things, collector, clutterer, or hoarder, are really, I believe, It depends on the state of mind of the person and the eye of the beholder. Now, Tuesday we talked about collecting. Now, what collecting generally is, according to psychiatry.org, a specific theme. For example, stamps, figurines. My father had cameras. It's usually well organized and grouped nicely, and it's displayed for appreciation and acquired through planned searches. Usually doesn't take over living spaces, and it has a positive impact on the home, and usually doesn't cause financial distress. It could, but generally it's organized and systematic. Now, here's an interesting stat. If you weren't with us earlier in the week, there are some collectors who have a similar number of possessions as hoarders. Interesting, huh? However, it's again the eye of the beholder and how it's displayed and organized. Now, clutter. Moving right along. Again, psychiatry.org in their DSM-5, which is Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. Say that 3 times. Anyway, clutter is defined in that work as a large group of usually unrelated or marginally related objects piled together in a disorganized fashion in spaces like floors and hallways. The items may or may not have a specific theme, unlike collecting. May not be acquired in a planned fashion, usually in storage spaces like the attic or the basement. May cause mild distress, may cause a lot of distress. It depends, right? But generally don't have a broad or lasting impact on finances and work. Now, again, it depends on the state of mind of the person, how much it has an impact. Now, according to the International OCD, Obsessive Compulsive Disorder Foundation, hoarding disorder is, and I'm quoting here, a mental health disorder. Diagnosis requires all 3 of the following. A person collects and keeps a lot of items, even those that appear to be useless, like old milk jugs, and have great extreme difficulty in getting rid of any of them. These items take over the living space and keep the person from using the rooms as they were intended. In other words, maybe they can't even walk through the room. These items cause distress or problems in day-to-day activities, and there could end up being sanitation concerns, structural issues, impact on the family or the surrounding community, and social withdrawal. And the prevalence of hoarding is about 2.6% of the population. So if you are a hoarder, you're not alone. That surprised me. And it can start in your teens, and it has higher rates for people 60 years old, 60 years young, and older. But it can happen anytime. I mean, this lady that I visited 4 years ago with the man with the milk jugs, I think she was about 40. There you go. Okay, so what to do about it? Number 1, be kind. Be kind to the person. Now, psychiatry.org also tells us there's such a thing as motivational interviewing, which is a technique that seeks to increase the individual's motivation to make changes in their behavior. You have to have a why before you do something about something. Then they have something called CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, and that can help the individual change the way they think, especially with regard to their hoarding disorder. The skills training and maybe decision making is made available. There could be medications, group therapy. However, it probably has to, it's not a one and done. Apparently it's good to keep in these groups. So because it's a habit that's very, very difficult to break free from. Am I missing anything here? Yeah, staying in treatment quote, may decrease chances that hoarding symptoms and clutter will return. Now, hence we have a very private group of clients that we're just a support network for each other, so that we don't go backwards on our clutter, and it's working. I'm pleased to tell you. And if you were to end up working with me as a one-on-one client, you would be part of this elite group. All right, so what can you do? That's what the professionals can do. All right, and if you suspect that you or a family member or a friend may suffer from hoarding disorder, here's what you can do. Number one, God bless you. Thank you, Sarah. What you can do is, number one, be kind and respectful. All right, don't go in and say, how can you live in all this mess, and you've got to do something about this. No, stop that right now, or you'll get the kitty stare, and you don't want that, do you guys? Be kind and respectful, and reach out for help. Talk to me, just start to reach out and see what your options are. And you can always direct message me, and if I can't help, I'll point you in the right direction. Be kind and respectful, reach out to people, read up about it, and approach the person gently. And sometimes, as we've seen on those hoarding shows, that may or may not work, but you owe it to them to try. All right, but at the end of the day, if they see no problem with it, and they are completely oblivious to the effects that their hoarding is having, then that is when that's when professional psychiatric help comes in, or not. Just remember to put your own oxygen mask on. Okay, so we're going to finish off the week with that. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that share button. You don't know whose life you could make a massive impact on. Thank you for joining. And if you're curious to see videos that I've made on other topics, since last September, it's been on YouTube at least. Go to YouTube, type in Declutter the Brain, and subscribe, if you will. Check it out. Thank you. All right, now, how much more would you accomplish if you weren't distracted by your clutter? Do you just want your clutter gone and your mental clarity back? Finally, are you an action taker who is committed to organizing your space and streamlining your thoughts so you can have that amazing life that you know you deserve? Okay, yes? All right. First, get off that hamster wheel and join Declutter the Brain Facebook group that we were talking about before. We have workshops, special guests. Workshop is happening in about 45 minutes from now. We have lots of content to keep your brain busy, so you don't even have time to clutter, but you will be decluttering. Step number 2, scroll down below, download your 7 easy steps to conquer your physical and mental clutter. And while you're there, or there's another link down below, just book a call with me, and I'll listen to hear what your clutter is actually costing you in your health, your finances, your relationship. I will give you a jumpstart plan to give you right now results, and then we can talk about it for a fit to work together. But you will not walk away from that call empty-handed. This I guarantee. So remember, now that you have decided to eliminate your chaos and organize your mindset, click those links below and change your life today. All right, next week, eat that frog, or not. Till then, Take care and have a great weekend, everybody. God bless. Bye for now. We'll be in Las Vegas next week. See you then.